what I love so much about the living art is the fact that you are in the creative process.
And using the principles in my day-to-day life, it's disproportionate to any other workshop I've ever taken.
I say that it was probably one of the coolest things that I've ever done. I've done a lot of workshops.
Because people were, very open and honest and authentic, and that made me feel comfortable that I could, there was a level of trust that was immediately I could jump into.
What can one expect from the living art? The workshop is a full learning experience. Over weeks and months after the workshop, you will notice many new changes in your life. It is as if your life is given a fresh and new beginning, in which the depth of the creative process becomes available to you in your life building process like never before. We could call it a new orientation, a new underlying structure, a new lease on life.
The game is...
The process of assimilating the creative process in your life does not come from pep talks or a change of attitudes. It comes from creating. The workshop involves several various types of creative projects for you to experience directly. Just as in learning to swim, you need to get into the water. To learn to create, you need several direct hands-on experiences of the creative process. The workshop explores 4 of the most critical issues that are life-changing. They are identity, purpose and existence, freedom and control, and parental preoccupation. You will have a chance to explore your assumptions and hidden concepts that, too often, lead to oscillating patterns in which your success is reversed. This area of the workshop enables a change of your underlying structures, ones that may limit your ability to create more of the life you want to live. This workshop will teach you the structural approach to the creative process, one that is fast, clear, and amazing. This learning will have profound impact on all of your life-building processes.
It was wonderful to be able to do this workshop with my husband and life partners.
The relationship with the instructors, with Ira and Katharina, was so great that you were always supported.
We could speak about each other, about how this work applies in our relationship, how this work applies with our children, how this applies with our businesses and life in general. So it was really beautiful to be able to have the experience together.
There's something very important about the living art and the structure of the living art. The format, the multiple day format.
I feel 100% more creative. So it's like there's a freedom around creating. And that is like really, like I'm used to doing projects and like making things happen and pushing through. But this is like a whole different level.
The Living Art Workshop was created by internationally best-selling author Robert Fritz and Rosalind Fritz, CEO of Robert Fritz Incorporated. Robert is the pioneer in the field of structural dynamics. He is an award-winning filmmaker and composer who understood the relationship between the creative process, as practiced in the long tradition of the arts, and one's life-building process. The Living Art is a powerful training that has been inspired by Robert's over 50 years of groundbreaking work. Rosalind is a master structural consultant, a business entrepreneur, a world record holder in weightlifting 5 times over, and a brilliant workshop leader. Her background includes her career in music as a singer in England, managed by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice, and has worked with film composer John Barry. The Living Art is led by Ira Sakolsky and Katharina Schütze. As an actor, Ira has worked in film, television, radio, Broadway, off-Broadway, and regional theatres. As a director and writer, Ira's off-Broadway adaptation of Norton Juster's The Phantom Tollbooth earned him the rights to produce a Broadway musical version of this children's favourite. Ira has written and directed The North Pole Express, a hit show for the Essex steam train, now entering its 21st season, over 1 million people have attended Ira's shows. Ira's other directing, writing and producing credits include a moving stage version of the PBS TV show Lomax the Hound of Music in collaboration with Sesame Street's Chris Surf and Norman Stiles, and the Valley Railroad. He was a resident composer and actor for National Theatre of the Deaf for 8 seasons. A Grammy-nominated producer and composer for Ogden Nash's The Christmas That Almost Wasn't, featuring John Lithgow and Steve Stevens. Ira has been active in improvisational theatre his entire career. He worked with Second City founding director Paul Sills, performing story theatre, and studied improvisation with George Morrison and with Aretha Sills. He is currently working with the Viola Spolin organization, teaching improvisation at universities, corporations, and theatre groups. Katharina Schütze began her career in the 1990s, rooted in landscape architecture and fine arts. Commissioned by Bauhaus Dessau and the Berlin Senate, she contributed to the transformation of Berlin's public spaces in the years following the fall of the Berlin Wall. In 2002, she turned her focus toward the study of structural dynamics and became a certified structural consultant in 2004. Since then, she has led numerous courses in the corpus of work by Robert Fritz, including Creating Your Life and the Managerial Moment of Truth. In 2022, Katharina expanded her portfolio to co-instruct the fundamentals of structural thinking and to teach structural consulting. Based in Berlin, Katharina works with clients worldwide in diverse contexts. Beyond her consulting work, Katharina draws on her background in landscape architecture to design and nurture urban community gardens in central Berlin. These vibrant spaces foster locally grown food, restore wildflower habitats, and contribute to the health of urban ecosystems. In her spare time, Katharina loves writing and performing theatre pieces and singing with her beloved Berlin choir, with whom she most recently appeared at the Berlin Philharmonic.
It was amazing. It was beautiful.
By actually engaging in the creative process itself.
So it really showed me the power of structure.
The whole thing was an amazing experience.
That's been really liberating, and it's definitely helped me in my work as well, because I work with people.
Through a lot of different kinds of work, like writing, acting, taking pictures, and it was a lot of fun.
And it was fun.
The workshop seems to fly by, as each exciting day is not only profound, but also a great time. People develop wonderful relationships with their fellow participants. And toward the end of the workshop, many people don't want to leave. For many, not only is the workshop life-changing, but one of the best times that they have ever had.
The whole teachings around underlying structure was quite profound.
It's up to my game as a therapist, because I've been able to really help my clients liberate. They feel liberated.
It's real creating, and that's the joy of it.
Join us in beautiful San Miguel de Allende for an experiential week that goes beyond any traditional workshops. We always wonder what the magician does when she creates magic, but behind all the magic are concrete tools and techniques. At workshop's end, you will have the tools and techniques, along with the generative spirit of the creative process, to carry you along as you create the next chapter of your life.